Hi there! In this video I'll be talking about the recently buffed destroyer in this game, the USS Zumwalt. Without further of talking, I'll list the points we'll be discussing here. We'll talk about critical stats of this ship, strengths, weaknesses, and lastly, strategy and builds. Anyways, if you guys like this kind of video, don't forget to leave a like. Firstly, let's look at the stats of this destroyer. Note that these stats are at maximum upgrades when this video is made. Having 470k hit points makes this destroyer quite a tanky ship with a crazy maximum speed of 27 knots. Other than that, this ship has a stealth capability too. For weapon slots, this ship has a 3+2 slot for missiles and 2 slot for cannons. It also has 2 slots of autocannon and air defense. Interestingly, this destroyer has only 3 weapon slots, which makes it really easy to play, especially at high adrenaline moments where you don't have to struggle switching weapons. Alright, here comes the interesting part, which is the strengths of this ship. If you pay attention to this video, you can see that each missile slot comes out from a different position. This ship has 2 different VLS positions, which makes this ship unique. Each VLS is located at both ends of the ship, which makes it able to fire between and behind obstacles without completely exposing your ship. Although it doesn't sound important, this is really critical when it comes to fighting against an enemy who has missiles too. The VLS position on this ship allows you to avoid retaliation while you can still send some missiles from your cover. If you can maximize the use of this feature, like combining it with the correct missile, you can really tear up the enemy team. What I mean by the correct missile is the missile which has suitable characteristics for fighting from behind cover, like having high flight path and high speeds. Next up is the cannon position. As the description of this ship says, the position of its cannon really gives the ship a big advantage, as you can corner shoot someone without exposing the biggest hitbox of your ship, which is the bridge in this case. Giving a small hitbox means you have a bigger chance of avoiding enemy projectiles, as every projectile has an accuracy rating. This is really critical, especially at long ranges, and if you're facing a grenade launcher salvo from the enemy. Both the location of the cannon and the VLS allows the ship to avoid torpedo spams easily, although it doesn't have any grenade launchers. Just make sure you're fighting from behind a rock or a low obstacle and no torpedoes can hit you. Okay, enough of praising this ship. Now let's talk about the weaknesses. Having no grenade launchers and torpedoes is really a big weakness, since you can't effectively fight a submarine or torpedo spam. Another thing is that having a large amount of missiles means that you need to acquire a lock on an enemy to launch your missiles, that is, unless you have a laser-guided one. Another thing that makes this ship fragile is that it has only 3 air defense slots. Luckily, you can compensate that by mounting a multi-purpose autocannon to help clear enemy air units. So to conclude all of it, here are some strategies and builds that you can try. Keep in mind that I only recommend $ or BP builds. First is the long-range combo using high-damage cannons, like the TMF, Monarch, or the AGS railgun. For missiles, you can use any hypersonic missile like the YJ-21, Highcore, or DF-17 to compensate for the distance. Second build is the Brawler build. This build uses the buckshot for maximum damage at close range. As for the missiles, you can use high hit point missiles like the Scalp Naval to avoid being shot down before they can hit. The third build is the high-risk high-reward assassin build, which uses laser-guided missiles like the Wave Rider to sneak attack your enemies, as it can't be flared. This build is really deadly if you use your stealth and speed combination with this strategy, as it can dish out really big chunks of your enemy's health in an instant. But keep in mind that laser-guided missiles aren't that good compared to the VIP and premium ones. So in conclusion, do try one of these builds and decide which suits best for your playstyle. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys find it useful and informative. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video.